On your knees and pray that the outlaw scavengers don't head your way. Look out, town.
How's he doing?
Just fine, for us.
What's that supposed to mean?
Means that old horse is deader than hell.
What's so good about that? Tomorrow when we leave out of here now, one more man gotta walk.
So what? Hey, man, they don't care about you and me. We was the first to walk. Tell you what, Judd. Why don't you and me slip back over there to that old horse and cut ourselves a nice, thick, red, juicy horse steak?
You heard the sergeant? He said he'd ask the captain when he comes back. I ain't no use to asking for no trouble.
The captain ain't gonna let us have no meat. Why don't we go over there and cut into the underside lying on the ground? Because that way, nobody'd ever know a thing. Look out. The captain's back. Do like I told you.
Evening.
Good evening, sir.
Evening.
Why aren't you men cooking dinner for us?
Well, sir, Sergeant West was wanting to talk to you about that.
Where is the sergeant?
He's in the tent.
Good evening, sir.
Evening, Sergeant. Everything in order?
Yes, sir.
How's Parker doing?
Much better, sir. We filled him with enough warm water to get him to sleep.
Very good. Who's on watch?
Williams, sir. Thanks.
Now, what's all this about dinner, Sergeant? I asked the men why they weren't cooking dinner, and they said you had something to talk to me about.
Well, yes, sir.
Well, go on.
Another one of the horses dropped dead today.
Then assign a burial detail and let's get it taken care of.
Pardon me, sir. But it seems the work might be faster if the men were fed.
The work will be faster, Sergeant, when the men realize they will not be fed until it is done. Now give the proper order.
Sir, I have no intention of arguing with the captain. However, sir, as a non-commissioned officer myself, I feel I have the right to make any statements to my commanding officer which I feel to be in the line of duty and necessary under these circumstances.
Oh, hell, all right, Sergeant. What do you feel is necessary?
I honestly feel the men need a change of diet. They've been eating nothing but green and mush for over 60 days. It is my opinion that unless they receive a proper supply of rations within the next few days, that we start to lose some of them.
And what do you suggest?
Well, sir, there was a suggestion of some of the men that perhaps we might cut a few steaks from the horse.
I see. Well, that's very interesting.
Sir, if Parker doesn't get something solid, he's gonna die. If he does, well, the men are gonna rile up.
Suppose you relay this message to the men. That horse will be buried before dinner. You will see to it that there are no vultures in this detachment. Now, you are dismissed. And, Sergeant, should those rations cause any man to think about desertion, you remind him that desertion is a crime, punishable by hanging. Now get the men digging.
I don't know, Mason. It don't look no better to me.
We'll be eating better as soon as we move out.
If we could just get to some place where we can shoot, make some noise. Hell, I must have seen 1,000 jackrabbits since we've been here. I could have shot me one tonight. He was no more than 20 yards away. Just sitting there looking at me, begging me to shoot. I tell you, Mason, The word is out. Them animals know we can't shoot them, and that's why they're just sitting around looking at us.
Well, Carson, if one of them speaks to you, don't tell me. Hey, Bradley, get your mess gear. You might as well eat while Parker's asleep.
Might as well not eat at all, you mean. Parker's lucky. He's too sick to eat.
Here you go, Bradley. If this ain't enough, you come on back for seconds.
Go to hell, Mason.
Now, Bradley, at least it's nice and warm.
So's horse shit. Corporal, as I am sure you have suspected, we'll move out soon.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to relate to you our secret orders, so you can take charge should I or Sergeant West be unable to command. Sergeant, if you will get me the packet. Now, here is our present position. 12 miles from here is the town of Tazewell, which is located halfway between Williamsburg and Knoxville. Tazewell is our destination. I want the men up and ready to go at daybreak. Only take what is absolutely necessary. We'll be returning here, God willing, before we head south. Now, our spies tell us that most of the people in Tazewell have either been killed in the fighting or have just packed up and left. The Yankees maintain a small remounts station there, just one man. And sometime in the next 3 or 4 days, a Yankee supply wagon is going to stop to get fresh horses. That wagon will be carrying the pay for 5,000 men stationed at Knoxville. 300,000 Yankee dollars, all in gold. Now you know why this mission is so important. Corporal, the men are dead tired, bone weary, half starved. But I know them. They've been with me since the start. I've nursed them, fed them, raised them on hate. Don't you change that diet. These men have lost their families, their homes, their savings. They've lost everything they have except their hate. If they get in trouble, hate will keep them going. Don't appeal to their patriotism. They're fresh out of patriotism. You put your faith in hate, son.
I wish I was
If they get in trouble, hate will keep them going. Don't appeal to their patriotism. They're fresh out of patriotism. You put your faith in hate, son.
I wish.
Now, our spies tell us that most of the people in Tazewell have either been killed in the fighting or have just packed up and left. The Yankees maintain a small remount station there, just one man. And sometime in the next 3 or 4 days, a Yankee supply wagon is going to stop to get fresh horses. That wagon will be carrying the pay for 5,000 men stationed at Knoxville. 300,000 Yankee dollars, all in gold. Now you know why this mission is so important. Corporal, the men are dead tired, bone weary, half starved. But I know them. They've been with me since the start. I've nursed them, fed them, raised them on hate. Don't you change that diet. These men have lost their families, their homes, their savings. They've lost everything they have except their hate. If they get in trouble, hate will keep them going. Don't appeal to their patriotism. They're fresh out of patriotism. You put your faith in hate, son.
I wish I was in the land of cotton. Old times there are not forgotten. Look away, look away, look away, Dixieland. Oh, I wished I was in Dixie. Hooray, hooray. In Dixieland I take my stand to live and die in Dixie. Away, away, away down south in Dixie. Away, away, away down south in Dixie.
Look over there. What the hell is that?
Bunch of niggers and their pickaninnies. Probably runaway slaves. Renegades.
It looks like some kind of camp or shanty town. What are they doing staying out here in the middle of nowhere?
Who knows why those cannibals do anything?
Hey, let's go shoot them up, Captain.
As well as just over the next ridge. We can't risk it. Let's move on.
This part of Tazewell looks safe enough, Captain.
Maybe. But let's make sure. Dillon, Williams. Bradley, stay here with Parker. I want you two men to go around front. Sergeant West and I will conceal ourselves somewhere near the corral. All right, move out.
Hey, fellas, ain't no need for them guns. We ain't gonna give you no trouble. Just pay for what you eat and drink. Hey, Lucille, get them girls down here. We got some surprise company. Well, howdy, Captain. Howdy, boys. Come on in.
Look at that. They either captured us a girls' school, or a convent, or a whorehouse.
With my luck, it'll be a convent.
If this is a convent, I'd sure as hell like to run for Pope.
Welcome, boys. How about a drink?
2 months with no meat. Now, all this meat and no potatoes.
Hey, Bradley, finished eating?
Yes, Sarge.
And go on out and relieve Dillon on watch.
How long you lived in this town?
Born here.
Oh, it's a real nice town. I'll bet it's good farming land.
It was, but they didn't keep up the land. You want to go upstairs for a quarter? How about a dime?
I got an idea. Why don't we go get something to eat? I mean, I'll bet you know some place where we can get some good food, like maybe some meat, a steak maybe, something like that.
You don't want to go upstairs for a dime?
I ain't got a dime.
Hey, Dillon, you up there?
Yeah. You my release?
Yeah.
It's about time.
hope they don't get all wore out. My girls were thinking about having a little party.
Sergeant West?
Well, I'll be done. Yankee money.
I think the men have earned themselves some relaxation. Don't you agree, Sergeant?
Yes, sir.
There's gonna be a fight.
Thank you, sir.
They're having a party. How could they do it? How could they have a party with me on watch? Oh, I'm sorry.
Come here, Johnny Reb.
That's a tickle. Bastards.
I've never seen anything like that, Captain.
Point straight for you, damn it! I got you from here. Start licking, paper! Lick!
Bring it up, Major. Hey, bring it all up. So don't spill any.
Come on, come on! Come on, Mason, you only got a little more to go. Come on, you can do it.
What are you training or are you fighting?
Hey, Mason, show 'em how you Texans can drink.
Come on, Johnny Reb. Let's go to my room. Come on, fellas, let's have some real fun.
Go on, you. Hey, John, don't forget your old buddy.
I told you this dog is right again.
I've never done it this way before.
Are your pants on?
And my boots, too.
How is it a man who runs a remount station for the Yankees, deep inside Yankee territory, can be so friendly with the likes of us?
Well, I'll tell you, Captain, I look at this situation sort of philosophical-like. People used to live in this town have seen more than their share of the war. That street out there must have changed hands 20, 30 times. And it didn't make no difference which side won. Result was always the same. Women got raped, stores got robbed. So one day, everybody just up and left. Except me and the girls. We stayed because we got something to offer both sides. Something neutral and necessary, like horses, whiskey, and sex.
You been experiencing any Yankee activity around here lately?
Oh, nothing much, Captain. We make enough to keep our bellies full. Every once in a while, a few stray rebs come through here like you fellas.
Is that a fact? You expecting any particular Yankee activity around here tomorrow?
Oh, nothing more than usual. Well, there'll be a wagon through here tomorrow on the way up to Knoxville. I imagine that'd be the one coming in from Louisville. How'd you know about that?
That's our business, Mr. Marsh. We're paid to know what happens in the North.
Well, I bet you boys are glad to be heading home.
We are not heading home. There may be some who feel they can take a rest from the fighting. But there are others like ourselves who must continue the battle.
Well, I'll just be danged. You ain't still fighting this war, are you, Captain? Why, hell, this war's plumb over for you Johnny Rebs.
Mr. Marsh, this war will not be over until the Southern armies have marched into Washington and every black man, woman, and child is either dead or bound in slave chains. But I will concede one point, Mr. Marsh.
The war is over for you. Sergeant West! Sergeant West! Sergeant, the party is over.
Bring the men back downstairs. Then I want you to lock all the women in one room and establish a guard.
I don't want any of them escaping and revealing our position. It's all right, son. You just get a hold of yourself. Everything's going to be all right now. You relax. Rest. Sergeant, are we going to be able to find any kind of painkiller in this town?
No, sir. I had 2 men search the town out pretty thorough. Didn't find nothing, though. Town's been cleaned out real good.
Don't you worry, son. We're going to take care of you. Don't you worry. Tomorrow we'll be able to accomplish our mission, and then we're going to move out. You watch. We're going to get you to a doctor within a day or 2. Sergeant, call a formation.
Morning, Sergeant.
Morning, sir.
How much longer will it be?
About 15 minutes, sir.
Carry on.
Frank, there's no reason for you to be so stuffy about this.
Look, Faith. Even though authority has been relaxed here at the fort, our orders along the road remain the same. No passengers.
Well, I'm not a passenger. I'm your fiancé.
That doesn't make any difference.
Look, we just want to go as far as Tazewell. I can get a horse there for Nancy. I think you'd be a little more concerned about my safety than you seem to be.
Honey, you know I'm concerned. But it isn't as if the fighting was still going on. I mean, the war's been over now for more than 2 months.
That's exactly my point. The war's over. Why maintain this ridiculous attitude that no one can travel with you?
All right, you win.
Good morning, Frank. Ma'am?
Morning, Howard. The ladies will be traveling with us as far as Tazewell.
Well, that's excellent. We'll enjoy their company.
Gives a man a sense of satisfaction. At last, we're back in the war. I was indeed sorry about the man Marsh. That man had to die due to my error.
Your error, sir?
It was my error, Sergeant, to have trusted him in the first place. All that hogwash about the war's 3 great neutrals. Well, it became obvious after a time that the man was nothing but a northern radical, Yankee sympathizer. You do agree, don't you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, I do.
Good. I wouldn't want you to think that Mr. Marsh's death was unnecessary.
Allow me, ma'am.
Howdy, folks. I'm Dillon. This here's Judd.
There it is.
Captain, this ain't nowhere near 300,000.
This isn't all of it. There's more. A lot more. Tear that wagon apart.
Open everything. Bradley, give me a hand. Give me a knife, Mason.
What's happening here?
This is him. It just ain't here, sir. Maybe they got it on them inside. Yankee bastards.
I wish to apologize, ma'am, for any inconvenience I may have caused you and to express my sincere hopes that your journey will not be too greatly delayed. As for you two gentlemen, it is my duty to inform you that you are now prisoners of war and that any effort to escape will be met by forceful action by my men.
Captain, don't you know? Haven't you heard? There is no war. The war is over.
Don't you try to trick us, Lieutenant. We don't trust a Yankee's word. There is no question, however, that the war is indeed over. It is over for Mr. Marsh. It is over for your 4 soldiers lying in the back. And for you two gentlemen, the war is definitely 100% over. Private Carson, suppose you bury the dead. Private Bradley, make this lady comfortable over one of the tables and put her black in the room with the horse.
Captain, Nancy's my maid, and I'd appreciate it if she'd stay with me.
Very well, ma'am. It is not my intention to in any way cause you discomfort. Your black may certainly continue to attend to your needs and desires. Private Dillon, suppose you make the lieutenant comfortable over by the stove. And you, sir, suppose you step over to the bar with me. Have you reached the final count?
Yes, sir. It comes to just $2,400.
Well, now, that's quite a disappointment. Particularly since our spies have informed us we should expect a sum in excess of $250,000. Have you any explanation for this, Lieutenant?
Captain, as I told you earlier, the war is over. There used to be 5,000 men along this route. And sometimes we'd transport as much as $300,000 in order to pay them. But now it's over, Captain. The war is over.
Absolutely right, Lieutenant. Absolutely correct. Lieutenant, I seem to be having some trouble in convincing your fellow officer to cooperate with me regarding your gold shipment.
Yes, sir?
Perhaps you might wish to be more cooperative.
I'll help in any way I can, sir.
Well, now, I knew I could find somebody in the Yankee Army with some intelligence. When and how will the rest of the gold be coming through?
Captain, there is no more gold. What you see on the bar there is a full shipment for this 90-day period.
Tell me, Lieutenant, what caused you to join Mr. Lincoln's army?
Oh, sir, I felt the North was right and the South was wrong.
It's a shame you feel that way. Now, you see, Lieutenant, I am very serious. It is obvious this gold has been divided somehow. Perhaps the rest of it's coming through here tomorrow. Or maybe it's coming by another route. In any case, Lieutenant, you might as well understand this right now. We intend to obtain the rest of that gold. And you are going to help us to do it.
I do know this. If we can stay calm, we'll have a better chance with them.
I suppose you're right. How long do you think he can stand there like that?
What's important is how long can you hold up? He'll be all right, but we've got to stay calm.
Nancy, I want to thank you.
For what?
For helping, for understanding.
Speak louder! It's impolite to whisper in the presence of your host. No? Nothing to say now? Well, if you behave yourself, ma'am, you might just get out of here with your skin. With your skin, I said. Not with much else in the way of what you own, like that slave there.
She's not a slave.
I know what it is, and I'll treat it accordingly.
Hey!
Captain says I'll relieve you now instead of later. He needs you in the saloon.
All right. Coming down.
Well, get it. I'll go to the back.
I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you. Brother Bradley, brother, don't you want some shine?
Double piece, Bradley. Get up on the bar.
I'm trying.
Come on, Dylan. Carson, give us a hand.
I'm trying. Stop it! Stop it, you trash!
Hell, we ain't hurt you yet.